What's up, y'all? Welcome back to RonpTv. I'm your host with the most, your favorite podcast host, Ron P. Got a special guest joining me today. Got my homegirl, Miss Ebony White, in the building. Y'all give her a round of applause.
Hello, everybody.
How are you doing today?
I am very good. Very, very good.
So, Ebony's here because she just wrote a book. Here's the book. The name of the book is Love, Fear, 10 Love Letters from Fear. What do that mean?
The 10 love letters actually are coming from a perspective from fear. So it's fear speaking back to you. When you deal with fear, it's very manipulative. So in that perspective, it'll give you a better understanding of how it strategizes against you. And then that'll give you a way to strategize against it. So when you're speaking or you're hearing what fear does or is saying to you, that'll give you the ability to fight against it.
Okay, so this book, is this more of like a love book, like far as like helping with relationships and things like that, or is this just a general, just what fear does in just day-to-day life and just pertaining to everything?
It pertains to everything. So what I did was take different perspectives from my personal life, and I broke it down according to, I used the 10 Commandments. And you can ask me why, but I'm just finna tell you why.
Okay.
The 10 Commandments and what I've learned just since COVID and, various things that have taken place just recently, it showed me where I was failing. And so where I was failing at was being disobedient to what I knew I'm supposed to be doing and how I'm supposed to react. So when I found that I was being disobedient, what am I being disobedient to? And I found that it was disobedient to what I've always been taught. My morals, follow God first. That's what I've always been told. So I dug in and it was the commandments. And I took different perspectives from the 10 Commandments where I was disobedient in my personal life. So it was to give you a better understanding on how fear dresses in the closet of your situations.
So that's the 10 Commandments, the 10 love letters.
Yes.
Okay.
So each chapter is a commandment.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out then. So, all right, so let's start from the beginning. Okay, this is your first book.
Yes.
What made you want to write a book, period?
It started back, let's say in May of 2020.
Okay.
I knew I was struggling. I was trying to figure out what's my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? Because everything that I was doing was not fulfilling or satisfying to me. And I was trying different things. I knew the more things that I tried, I knew that I would be successful in whatever I was supposed to do. But what was that? So I had to dig deeper in me and figure out where did I need to start.
How do you do that? Not to cut you off, but how do you do that? Because a lot of people, they're lost, they're looking for guidance, and they don't even know where to begin to start that journey. How did you do it when you was trying to figure things out? What did you have to do to get yourself on that right train of thought and where you want to go?
Honestly, I was desperate. I was desperate to be better. And I think once I let me and what I thought, once I let those things go and what my plans are, and this is what I want to do, I just gave it to God. Do with me what you want to do with me and let the rest be.
Okay. Yeah, that's what a lot of people don't realize. Sometimes you just have to let go and just, how they say, Jesus take the wheel.
Yes.
You just have to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so, so you decided to channel all of that in a book or whatever.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So when you was making the book, was it more of this is just my diary I'm going to give to you, or was it more of I'm going to make this to help somebody else who going through things that I was going through?
Well, I know that I didn't go through the things for no reason. So my whole reasoning was to share my experiences because I know somebody else going through it.
Right.
So it was a little bit of both, so that I could just tell what I've been through, but at the same time, I want to help other people as well. And the more that I continue to write and the more that I continue to let things out, that healed me.
Right. So when you was doing this book or whatever, and obviously this book got a piece of you in it because you wrote it from, you know, things you've been through or whatever like that. Was it hard to do that, like kind of showing a vulnerable side of you and putting your emotions and everything, and then presenting it to the world? You know, like was it hard for you to do that?
Not really, because by the time I got done, I needed it done, and I wanted it out. And once I started seeing myself heal from different things, it really didn't bother me. But when I started, yes, I had to start.
Was it in any anxiety and things like that? Like, what is people gonna think? You know, or just, you know, they may not know what exactly pertains to your personal life, but you knew. So, like I said, was it any anxiety, like being skeptical about even putting it out? Just
I thought about, you know, what would people think, but at the same time, it was my life. I'm not who I used to be, and where I can look back. And that's the thing about the book is I can look back at who I was and see where I came from.
Right.
So I look at it as a testimony, and as long as I'm not still diddling, and now don't get me wrong, I still am a work in progress. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, if I'm not dealing with those same issues, it doesn't bother me to share where I've been, because a lot of people share things with me. And when they share things with me, it helped me. Now, if they were to hold that back, and one thing that, now that I'm saying that, one thing that was very key is that I did get a life coach last year.
Those are real, huh?
Yes,
I mean, I see them on TV. I never met no one who actually had a life. Okay.
I would have never thought of doing that. It came through another person who had one. And I'm like, at that time, that's where I was desperate. And one thing that he told me that stuck with me, and I'll never forget, is when he told me I was selfish. And I'm like, selfish? How am I selfish? I'm a mother, and I do different things for everybody else. I forget stuff for myself, and I, still take care of others. How am I selfish? When he said, you holding back from telling your story could help and heal somebody else. Mm-hmm. So if you holding that back, you holding back everybody else's healing. You're holding people back from their purpose because you're not fulfilling your purpose. Right. And that changed the game.
Right. Yeah, because, it's kind of like being a prophecy. Mm-hmm. If you got something to teach and you got the word or whatever, you're supposed to go out there and, reach one, teach one.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Yep.
Okay.